Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steelers notes, new QBs take O-line to dinner, tight end signed, WR Scotty Miller confident. If the old saying that the best way to a man's heart is his stomach is true, consider the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive linemen smitten with their new quarterbacks. Russell Wilson and Justin Fields footed the bill for an elaborate outing involving the men who block for them early during organized team activities. You know, as offensive linemen, we've got to eat, left tackle Dan Moore said. They took us out and wined and dined us a little bit. Said center/guard Nate Herbig, I feel like it goes back to high school, the quarterback takes out your O-line. They always love you a little more. That's always the way to a big man's heart. The group gathered at an upscale steakhouse downtown. The total check wasn't revealed, but lineman Spencer Anderson said he was sitting next to Wilson when it was presented. It was a lot, Anderson said, eyes wide. Whatever it was, it's safe to say Wilson and Fields can afford it. According to Spotrac.com, Wilson will have banked $306,572,520 and Fields $18,871,956 in salary by the end of this season. Each was acquired in March, along with Kyle Allen, replacing the 2023 QB group of Kenny Pickett, Mitch Trubisky, and Mason Rudolph. It's been cool, said the 35-year-old Wilson, who's entering his 13th NFL season and on his third team. These linemen are so focused, they work their butts off in the weight room, on the field and in the film room, but we're trying to be able to share life experiences with one another as much as we can. It's been hectic, the schedule has been busy, but the more time we can spend together, the better. That was a good dinner, for sure. 6 seasons into a career that's featured more than 1,000 receiving yards, a touchdown in an NFL championship game and a Super Bowl ring, Scotty Miller has joined his third NFL team. Soon to be 27 years old and coming off a lone season in Atlanta where he was part of the offensive game plan for all 17 games under play-caller Arthur Smith, now the Steelers' offensive coordinator, Miller believes he can help answer the Steelers' needs for a reliable WR2/WR3. I feel like I can do everything, X, Z, outside, inside, Miller said after the Steelers' organized team activity session Wednesday. And in college I played a ton of slot, option routes, and I feel I'm really good at that. That suits my strengths, but I also have the vertical speed I can play outside. It can be a little tougher as the smaller guy, 5'9", with big corners, but I can use my speed and quickness, so whatever they want me to do or ask me to do, I am willing to do it. Miller, Van Jefferson and Quez Watkins joined the Steelers on one-year deals as they look to replace the traded Deontay Johnson as the starter opposite George Pickens. Rookie Roman Wilson also figures to play a role. The Steelers made another addition to their tight ends position room, signing Isaiah Gathings. Gathings was on the Kansas City Chiefs practice squad during their run to the Super Bowl championship last season. Undrafted, he initially signed with the New York Jets off a tryout at rookie minicamp in May 2023. The 6'4", 222-pound Gathings is listed on the Steelers' website as a wide receiver, the position he played in college at Middle Tennessee State. He was released by Kansas City this month. The Steelers are considering Gathings a tight end for now. The Steelers' roster is now at the NFL maximum 90. Duloc, wouldn't surprise me if Steelers target Juju Smith-Schuster. Jerry Duloc isn't ruling out a Pittsburgh Steelers Juju Smith-Schuster reunion. With his time in New England potentially up, Smith-Schuster lost in the shuffle of a new-look receiver room under a new regime. Duloc believes the Pittsburgh Steelers could have interest if the Patriots cut ties with him, responding to a question in his Wednesday morning chat for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Duloc left the door open to the Steelers considering Smith-Schuster if he is released. "Let me say this, it wouldn't surprise me," Duloc responded. He went on to offer a few more opinions on Smith-Schuster, saying he's changed his mind on Juju, though he also agreed with another reader who believed Smith-Schuster isn't the right fit in the Steelers' offense. It's a case we made earlier this week, noting that Smith-Schuster's knee troubles and lack of explosion make him a poorer fit for what Pittsburgh is looking for. They could use a dynamic outside receiver, and while he's versatile, he'd likely fit as a possession slot receiver with the Steelers. After the Patriots drafted a pair of receivers in April, Smith-Schuster might be on his way out in New England. Signing a 3-year deal last offseason, he caught just 29 passes for 260 yards and 1 touchdown across 11 games in 2023. His best performance came against Pittsburgh, hauling in 4 catches for 90 yards in an upset Patriots win. It was his last game of the season, Smith-Schuster injuring his ankle and only compounding his history of leg injuries. Pittsburgh has been busy adding veteran wide receivers this offseason. After trading Deontay Johnson, the team signed Quez Watkins, Van Jefferson, and Scotty Miller in addition to drafting rookie Roman Wilson. Ideally, Pittsburgh's next receiver move will be to add a true starter. Signing Smith-Schuster would still leave the receiver room feeling empty. But the Steelers liked what Allen Robinson II brought as a big-bodied blocker along the interior last season, and they've had player reunions before. The first step will be Smith-Schuster being cut post-June 1st, examining his market, and seeing what his options are. Did Kenny Pickett take jab at Steelers? Kenny Pickett has become a hot-button topic for the Pittsburgh Steelers after the first-round quarterback asked to be traded instead of staying to compete with Russell Wilson. Now, the former Pitt Panther is in Philadelphia with the Eagles, and his latest comments have fans a little upset. In a recent interview during Eagles' organized team activities, Pickett praised his new offense and coaching staff, but added a little extra to his comments, which sparked some debate. "It's been great," Pickett said. "Obviously, Jalen's an incredibly talented player. He's played in a similar system, and we're kinda all learning this new one together. So the communication back and forth in the quarterback room has been awesome with the quarterbacks coaching us and Kellen Moore. I couldn't ask for a better room, better staff to be working with. Obviously, the talent around this team is pretty special, so it's a great group to be in." So, the question has to be asked, did Pickett take a shot at the Steelers with his words about the Eagles? It's time to discuss the situation. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Kenny Pickett? Leave your opinion in the comments.